When I was a little girl, my father used to sing me a song. You must have been a beautiful baby. I think that all parents know that their children are beautiful. But you know, I didn't feel very beautiful. As a matter of fact, I felt ugly. I think it was then that I decided that I was going to be involved in transformations, and the first one was going to be mine. Now, I'm the spokesperson for Amway's Artistry products, and I'm here to help you look your very, very best. Now, I may not have been a beautiful baby, but when I help others with their appearance, it makes me feel like a beautiful woman. Makeup is such an individual statement about who you are. Today, I'm going to show you 3 different makeup looks that are going to be easy, uncomplicated, and a lot of fun. Everything I'm going to show you today is going to be so easy for you to use. It's going to be so easy to have healthy-looking skin when you use our Artistry skincare systems. Now, if your skin is oily, you're going to be using the clarifying. If your skin is normal to dry, I want you to use Moisture Rich. And for sensitive skin, Delicate Care. And they're so easy because all you need to do is cleanse, tone, and moisturize. You know what else is easy? Is color. Because all of the Artistry cosmetics are color-coded into cool, into warm, and neutral. Now, I know some of you are out there saying, but wait a minute, I haven't been color-coded. So I want you to ask your distributor who could color-code you, and then you'll find out your very best colors. In the meantime, for the purposes of today, what I want you to do is look at these colors. We have the cool colors here, and if these are the colors you wear, then those are the colors you'll choose today, the cools. If you wear these shades, then what I want you to do is pick the warm colors I show today. Now, wasn't that easy? Yeah, really easy. And you know what else is easy? Is the way you get to order. In front of you, you have a little work booklet. And in that booklet are listed all the products that we are going to be showing you today and all the techniques. So at the end, all you need to do is check off those things that you've got to have. And then when you get your products, you can refer back to the booklet. Give that form to your distributor and she'll get those things right to you. Isn't that easy? You know, the easiest part is looking good and feeling good about yourself at the same time. And we've made it so easy. I want to introduce you to Deborah. Deborah's going to help me today demonstrate the 3 looks I'm going to show you. The casual, the career, and the dramatic evening. All of them are going to be simple, uncomplicated, and easy to do, so just follow along. The first step is going to be the casual look, that morning look, that get out of bed, don't scare yourself look. And the first thing usually when you wake up, what's the first thing you see that you want to correct? Circles under the eyes. Now for some of you that don't like a lot of makeup, I just want to let you know up front that we're only going to be using 5 products. Only 5 products, and it should take you around 3 minutes to do this. Now, if that's too many, let me just tell you the one thing that you must wear, and that's lipstick, because lipstick is something that lights up the whole face, whether you wear anything else or not. But let's start with that morning face with those circles. We have these incredible concealing sticks. They're so easy to use. You just take off the top and you draw them right over the circle. I want you to bring it down a little bit. Look at how I'm just going right over the circle. And usually the circle is only halfway under the eye. It doesn't come all the way to the outside. Now take a little sponge. Please don't use your fingers. I don't want you to use fingers. And I want you to take the sponge and blend it out. And I want you to choose a color that matches the color of your skin, maybe just a little bit lighter. There's fair, there's medium, there's tan, and there's dark. And you use one of those pencils, take the sponge, and blend it in. You're coming just over the circle, about halfway under the eye. Bring it down a little bit like that, like I'm doing. Blend it in. There, no more circles. Now, just to give your face just a overall evenness, not like makeup, because that scares some of you. We have our new powder foundation, which is terrific. Comes in this great compact, and take your big brush. Forgot to tell you about our brush set. We have a wonderful brush set that's going to make doing makeup like a professional. I'm going to use the great big powder brush, and all you do, this is so simple. You just take the brush over the top of the powder, start at the forehead, go back and forth, down the nose, re-dip, start in the cheek area. Now the trick to this is to match the color of your skin. So I'm going to pick 3 shades for you to choose from. If your skin is fair, you're going to be using natural. If your skin is medium tone, you're going to be using true beige. And for you darker skinned women, I want you to choose mocha. And you just put it all over the face. Now the trick with this, by the way, is not putting it over the concealer, but to the concealer. Maybe a touch of it over the eyelid, just a touch over the eyelid, but leave the concealer by itself. Now look, it's so easy to do because you don't even need to look in the mirror to do this. You can just dip and brush. That's how easy it is. Now usually when you don't have much makeup on, you need some color. So you're going to put on our powder blusher. I'm going to teach you a whole new way to put it on too. For you cools, you're going to use satin mauve, and for you warms, you're going to use amber peach. Take the brush over the product, start from the back, whoop, new place. Start from the back, right in front of the ear to give a little bit of depth, and then bring it right under the bone and into the middle of the face. Do you know what? You're almost making a line with this. Then take a sponge and blend that out. Don't let it just sit on the face because it'll just sit there and look like a line that you've drawn over your face. So take that sponge and blend those edges out so it has a totally natural look to it. So we're starting at the back, right in front of the ear. Bring it forward, coming under the bone and into the face. Under the bone and into the face. Isn't that easy? You don't need too much. Remember, this is a real soft, casual look. We don't want a look of contour or shaping. We just want to give your skin a beautiful, healthy glow. Isn't that pretty and natural looking? Love it. The next thing we're going to do are the eyes. Let's forget about eyeshadow. We don't need to do that. This is our casual look, but we do want to use mascara. I'm going to suggest black or brown, and today I'm going to use the waterproof. I wouldn't use a lot for day, and the key to using mascara is keeping the bulk of the color at the root of the eyelash. So you're not putting a lot at the tips, you're actually putting it closer to where the lash grows from. And look at how I use the side of the tip and I come up through the lashes. Now how much you use will depend on what you're comfortable with. For me, as many coats as I can possibly get on is comfortable for me. But if you're a natural look, then just use a couple of coats. And remember, you're getting it at the root of the lash with just a little bit at the tip. If you put a lot at the tip, it sort of looks like the lashes are hanging out around the eyes. It doesn't even look like they're attached. So use the side of the tip, get right underneath those lashes. If you feel comfortable, you can use a little bit of the mascara on the lower lashes. If you feel it might come down, then don't do it. Why don't you look up for me? And I'm just going to use just a little teeny bit. Do you see how I kind of tap it in? I'm not stroking it in, I'm tapping it in. Just at the root. Again, at the root, at the root. Let me see. Oh, isn't that pretty? Not a lot of makeup, just pretty eyelashes. Very, very, very soft. And the last thing we're going to do is use the lipstick. And remember what I said? If you do nothing else, at least use lipstick because it's the one thing that makes everything light up. Okay? For you cools, I'm going to have you use Mountain Laurel. For you warms, try Almond Pink. It's a fabulous color, and both of those colors look very natural. Now what I want you to do is I want you to fill in the lip. You don't need to use, for this casual look, we're not going to bother with a lip pencil. I just want you to fill in your natural mouth. And the two colors that I selected for you are so soft and natural that they won't even need a lip pencil. If your mouth is very small and you want it to be a little bit larger, then go over the lip line a little bit. If you want it to appear smaller, fill the lipstick in at the inside. There you go. Doesn't that look terrific? And believe me, this is so easy, you won't even believe it. Remember what we did? We took the concealer pencil first, just over the circle. Easy, blend it out. The powder foundation over the entire face except over the concealer. The blusher started from the back, brought it forward, blended the edges out with the sponge. A touch of mascara with the bulk of the mascara at the root of the lash with a little bit at the tip. Then fill in your lip with the lipstick, and there you have it. A wonderful, casual, get my day started. I feel good, I look good, I'm ready for my day. Doesn't it? Yeah. So next, we're going to take you to your professional look. Now, for your professional look, you'll definitely want to get some professional brushes, and we have the best set I've ever seen. First of all, you get this great big fluffy one. Now you can put your powder foundation on with this, or you can put on your loose powder with it. The blush brush is beautiful. You start from the back, you bring it forward, and you blend it out. We've got a brush that has a brush on one side for the brows, and on the other side is a little comb to go through your eyelashes. This wonderful slanted eyeshadow brush is great for getting shadow right in the crease. And then a regular eyeshadow brush that has a little bit of a chisel at the edge, so eyeshadow just glides right over your eyelid. Then a terrific lip brush. Now, if you don't want to use a lip brush, you can use it as an eyeliner brush. Aren't they great? You're going to love using them. We're going to use them right now for our professional look. We're back with Deborah, and we're going to start with some of the same products that we used in our casual look. We're just going to use a few more products. Exactly 5 more products than we did before. The last one took around 3 minutes. Our professional look will probably take, after you've spent some time trying it out, anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes. And if you're really good, you might even get it down to 7. We're getting ready to go out, go into the world, be successful, and we need a little bit more makeup. We need to look a little bit more finished. So I'm going to use these few more products. Always start with the concealer pencil. Remember, they come in fair, medium, tan, and dark. Where do we put it? You remember for the first time. We put it over the circle. Over the circle. And I want you to put it on both sides, a little bit down the side of the nose, halfway across. Then take your makeup sponge and blend it out. You never want to have it just sit there on the face. And blend it out with the corner of the sponge. You don't need to use the whole side, just the little edge. Most of the time, I want you to blend from the outside going in, outside going in. That's better for your skin. But once in a while, you'll need to come out, so do little slight taps. Make it nice and edgeless. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is use foundation. Now, in our casual look, we use the powder foundation, which, you know, bang, bang, just like that, really, really fast. This time, you're going to take a little bit more time because I'd like for you to have a little bit more coverage. So this time, we're going to use our liquid foundation, which has an SPF of 8 in it, so it's great for you people that are out in the sun. There are 3 shades that I'd like you to consider. If you have fair skin, I want you to use natural. If your skin is medium, true beige. The deeper skin, mocha. Today I'm using one with our fantastic pump. This makes life too easy. Remember, this is all about being easy. And I just take the makeup and I pump a little bit right on the sponge like that. I prefer not to use my hands. If you must, then put a little bit on your fingers and put on the face and blend with the sponge. I like to put it on the sponge and then put it on the face. I'm going to start with the forehead. Now watch what I do. I dab it on the forehead, then I take the sponge on the other side and I blend it out. That way you're not continually putting more makeup on, but you're blending out the makeup that you put on. Then take a little bit down the side of the nose. Use the other side to blend it out. And just like the powder foundation, I don't want you to put the makeup over the concealer. Now I'm going to take the makeup right across the top of the cheekbone. Now that looks like a lot. Don't get scared, because now you're going to blend it down and back. Watch, down and back. So I'm not putting a lot of makeup along the jawline. It's on the bone and then down and back. Down and back. Look how soft and natural the Artistry makeup looks. Isn't it beautiful? Gives you just enough coverage without looking like you have too much on, which really is not a professional look. Because remember, the professional look is about looking approachable. Basically, when we're doing business, we want people to come to us, right? So I'm going to cross the front of the cheekbone, just like that. That's all I'm doing, taking the sponge to the other side. Now I'm blending it down and back, down and back, down and back. A little swipe across the chin, down and back. There we go. Now, I prefer that you don't put makeup onto your throat, so make sure you have a color that matches your skin well, and just tail it off at the jawline like that. Okay, on your eyelid, to finish this finished look on the face before we do the detailing, I want you to use eye foundation. This is a terrific product. One color fits all. You can either put it on with your finger or use one of the little applicators. Squeeze out a little bit onto the applicator. I want you to look down, and I want you to place it over the entire eyelid. Now, when I say the entire eyelid, I don't mean just along the lash line. I mean all the way inside, all the way across, all the way underneath the eyebrow, so that entire eyelid is being covered with the eye foundation. This stuff is so fabulous because it keeps the eyeshadow from coming off. Believe me, if you don't use this, the shadow is sort of a part-time eyeshadow. So take a little bit either on the tip of your finger or a little applicator and spread it. Start in the middle of the lid, okay? And spread it up and over and in and over the whole area. And then to make sure that it's really smooth, take the little sponge and just give it a slight wipe. Don't press hard, just a little slight wipe. Okay, from here, let's go to the cheeks. I told you how to start that blusher before, right? Where? Right, from the back forward. And we're going to use the same colors we used in the first look, and that is, we have satin mauve for the cools and we have amber peach for the warms. Just take your brush across the color, start it at the back of the face, bring it forward under the bone and right into the middle of the face. Don't be afraid to bring it to the middle because that's where natural color comes anyway. But I want it to be stronger from the back and lighter as it comes forward. Take one of your sponges now, because I don't want you to leave the house looking like this. I want you to take the sponge and I want you to blend it out. Don't take it too far from itself. You know what I mean? I don't mean drag it down here. I don't mean take it up there. I mean do little teeny short movements so you have that soft, edgeless. This could be almost my color. Oh yeah, sure. Only on a good day could this be my color. Okay, so start from the back and bring it forward. In the blending, you get the look that you're looking for. There's nothing worse than seeing makeup on someone's face. Do you know, it's not about the makeup, it's about the result that the makeup gives. And what you want is to look like you have a natural glow to your face. Okay, so we blend those edges out really, really well. There we go. Wow, doesn't that look pretty? I love it. All right. Now we're gonna go up and we're gonna do the eyes. Not a lot. I don't want you to get intimidated by this. I know before we used just mascara. Now I only want you to use one more thing. Are you scared? Nah. Let's go for it. Now, this is even going to be easier than you thought it because I'm going to tell you only one eyeshadow to use. It's called Misty. It's a neutral. It goes everywhere. It goes on everyone. And this is how you're going to use it. Dip the little sponge applicator into the color and go across the base of the eyelid first, real close to the lashes. Very close. You don't need to press very hard. You don't need to press very hard. And if things fall down, because let's face it, we're all not perfect, take your little sponge and dust it off. Don't use your fingers if it falls down because you only smudge it. Use your sponge and blend it across like that. Okay, look right at my nose. Now I'm just taking this straight across close to the lashes with, watch this, a little bit at the outside up. Look at that. A little teeny bit right at the outside. So we're taking Misty, we're taking it across the entire eyelid. Now start in the middle to the outside and then come back in softly. Or you can start from the outside and bring it in. The strongest part should be through the middle and to the outside. And then open your eyes a little bit at the outside. It gives you just a little lift there. And because the color's neutral, it'll go with anything you wear. You don't have to wear, and that's a good business look. Too much color on the eyelid for a professional look doesn't look professional, okay? So we've got Misty. Now this also really needs to be blended well. So I'm blending that in, and there is a key word that I don't want anybody to forget. The word is blending, so that everything is soft, that nothing stands out to be too strong or unblended. Next, we want to give a little definition to the eye with eye pencil. Now, if you're cool, I'm going to have you use the charcoal gray, and if you're warm, the walnut. Now listen to this, watch closely. I don't want you to carve your initials in the trunk of a tree. People like to do that. They take the pencil and they just sort of draw it on the eye. Yeah, scary, isn't it? I want you to do this. I want you to make a little V at the outside of the eye first and then bring it in. a little V at the outside, and bring it in. Okay? Look up for me. I'm gonna make a little teeny V at the outside. Look at me. And I'm gonna bring this up. So I started with a V to start with. Now, it can be messy. You don't have to be good at this. You can make a mess as long as you promise me you're going to blend it out. And you keep looking right at me, and I'm going to smudge this. Now, this is how you start your eye pencil. You start with the most important, and that is the outer edge. Ah, I love this look. Even if I didn't do any more, I love this look. It looks soft, it looks professional. Let's take it a little further in. As it gets further in, it gets thinner, it gets lighter. It gets thinner, it gets lighter. Look at my nose. I'm gonna bring this in about 3/4 of the way. I'm gonna do the same on the bottom. I'm gonna bring about 3/4 of the way. Now, if you're afraid to do a line, let me show you on the other eye what to do. Now, at Artistry, we have these pencils that are so easy to use. They just glide on, and we have this wonderful little smudger at the other end that you smudge it out with so it stays soft, and we're blending. Don't forget the blending, and I'm smudging, I'm blending, I'm smudging. Okay, watch how I do the underneath on this side. Let's start with our V, right? Let's start, this time we can start at the top, then look up. Gonna do this, there, we start with the V. What does V stand for? Victory! You're gonna have victory eyes. You're gonna have fabulous victory eyes. Okay, I'm gonna smudge that, now look down. I'm gonna smudge this. Most of the time I'm smudging up, I'm smudging in. I'm smudging up, I'm smudging in. Now, underneath, so that you don't get that, you know, initial carved in a tree look, take the edge of the pencil and simply dot, dot, dot. Watch. Just dot between the lashes rather than drawing a line. That way you won't get a line look. Then take our fabulous smudger and smudge it out. Now, it looks like the roots of the lashes are nice and dark. It doesn't look like a line at all. Don't you love it? Yes! Okay, now I'm gonna bring the pencil, I'm gonna bring it a little farther in, 3/4 of the way. Remember, it's darker at the outside, gets lighter as it comes in. Now I'm using the little tip, and I'm smudging, I'm smudging, I'm blending, I'm blending. I need to blend even a little bit more. Now, to finish it off, all we need is a little mascara. You can use black, brown, you can use mica, which is a great color because it goes on anybody, or you can use the blue. Blue, I like better for night than a professional look. And take the wand. Where's the mascara the darkest? Yes, at the base. Now for work, you can use a little bit more mascara, but not too much. You know why? Because under fluorescent lights, too much mascara looks like too much mascara. So, again at the root, look how I hold the brush. I'm using more of the side of the tip of the brush rather than the whole side like that. That spreads the mascara more easily. You know that we have 2 formulas of mascara in the Artistry line. We have smudge-proof and waterproof. So if you like to cry a lot, then use the waterproof. If you're a rubber and you like to scratch your eyes, use the smudge-proof. Look at me, okay, and a little bit on the bottom. You don't want to be too dramatic for work. Oh, beautiful. Okay, side of the tip, working the root, working the root. And you know something else, another little trick that I like? I go back and forth, back and forth. I know this sounds crazy, but I always think of Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. Do you remember in the old days how they dance over here and then they'd move across the floor and dance over there? That's how I put mascara on. Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. I put a little bit over here, then I move across the dance floor and put a little bit over there and then move back over there. I know, it's corny, but you know what? Sometimes the corniest stuff is the stuff that makes you remember how to do this tomorrow morning when you do it. And look up a little bit, just a touch at the root of the lash. There we go, just like that. Now, if anything gets stuck together, don't panic because you're going to have your comb brush. Comb brush? Your comb. And you're just going to comb up through the lashes. So if you get any little clumps, this takes it right out. Now, there are some gorgeous professional eyes. Now we're ready for the lipstick. You know what I say about the lipstick? Lipstick is the match that lights the fire of the face. I know, you probably think that's pretty corny too, but you know, I'm telling the truth because you can get the whole face on and nothing quite happens until the lips are on, huh? Right? right? Of course I'm right. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna follow the natural lip line. For you cools, I want you to use the plum pencil. Ooh, I love it. I almost wish I was cool just for that plum pencil. I love that plum pencil. For you warms, I want you to use the one that I have on today, which is Russet. And I want you to line your lips. Now, if you want to make the lips a little fuller, then you can draw the pencil slightly outside the natural lip line. If you want to make the lips look smaller, then draw the pencil slightly in. And if you like what you got, ooh, then just draw right on the lip line. And I'm just drawing right here on the lip line. And then you're going to take your lipstick. Now, for you cools, you're going to use ripe burgundy. And for you warms, burnt sugar. Both of those are terrific colors for a professional look. And just go right in there and fill it in. You don't need to go over the lip pencil. Just go to the lip pencil, because the lip pencil is going to help keep the lipstick from feathering or moving out. Okay? So we go up to the pencil, but you don't need to go over the pencil. And I'm just filling this in, putting it on with the lip brush, or if you like, you can use the lipstick from the tube if that's what you prefer. All right. Okay. Now we have a nice, soft, but professional mouth. Now, how do we finish this whole picture off? For a professional look, I don't want any shiny stuff, because shiny looks like you're nervous or scared, and we want you to look cool and collected. So you're gonna use your loose powder and your great big brush. You're gonna dip it in. And before you take this brush filled with powder and take it to the face, don't you do that. You tap it a little bit so you get the excess off. Then start with the forehead, go down to the nose, do the sides, and the chin like that. Now, if you need to do it again, tap the excess off, go across, down the nose, the side, and the chin. And you look cool, collected, professional, fabulous. Now, with just adding one new product and 3 new colors of products that we've already used, we're gonna go from, I love to say this, desk to dinner. You look professional, now you're going to look elegant and sophisticated. Remember, when the lights come down, the face needs to light up. Let's add brows for the evening look. And there's a special way to do brows. First of all, we have wonderful eyebrow sticks, soft sticks for brows. And they come in shades to match the color of your brow. Don't match your hair color, match your brow color. Now, a lot of women like to put their brows on starting from the inside of the brow. But the most important part of the brow is the arch of the brow. Right here. That's where all the expression comes from. Now, rather than taking the pencil and just laying it flat to the brow, make little tiny strokes as if you were drawing in hairs. This is great for women who have a lot of natural hair in their brow. This is also a perfect way to make it look natural if you don't have a lot of brow hairs. So once you've filled in the arch to the end, then come back and just make a few soft strokes at the inside. A few soft strokes at the inside. So again, the attention is at the arch. Now, to make this look natural, remember I'm having you blend everything? Why not blend the eyebrows? Take your little brow brush and just go over the brows a little bit. That way the pencil gets worked into the hair and it looks soft, looks natural. Okay? So you're starting it at the arch. At the arch, making short little strokes, little teeny baby hairs. Pretend like you're drawing in hair. Little hairs, little hairs. Then come toward the front, again doing them in short little strokes, as opposed to taking the pencil and just laying it flat. Then take the brush and brush up through. Another trick, too, is to take the brush and go backwards on the brow. That gives them a little bit fluffier look, and it also brings the color up a little bit, too. So either way like that, a little bit more sophisticated when you do the brows, especially paying attention to the arch. Now, to give the eyes a little bit definition, more definition for night, we want to add a deeper color. For you cools, you're going to use graphite. For you warms, how about using chocolate? So I'm going to take graphite. Now, a place that adds drama to the eye for night is the socket area. So I'm going to take the little applicator, and I'm going to go in the socket with the graphite. I'm going to follow the arch. Follow that. It's like the shape of a rainbow. It's like a little shape of the rainbow, that middle part. And then take a clean applicator and blend it out. You know I'm a stickler on this blending thing. And blend it out. Deborah, I want you to look at me. All right. As you blend, when you get to the outside of the blend it up, blend it up. Now, what if you don't have a crease there? Ooh. Well, you can make one. If you don't have one, just put a little dark color right into the bone there and lift it up, and you can create that. Also, you can take the graphite or the chocolate if you're warm, and you can add, look down, you can add a little bit of that at the base. Now remember, for work, you've had Misty on, that neutral color, and what we're doing is taking the graphite or the chocolate right over it. Okay, let's look at that. So that gives a lot of drama at the base, right like that. Isn't that pretty and more dramatic? Take another clean applicator, or the one that you used before, and blend it out. Blend it out, blend it out. And at the outside, watch this trick. Push it up, push it up, push it up, and push it in. That way, it's not winging out from the eye. It's coming up and in. It gives a beautiful, elegant sweep, and it lifts the eyes. So you're taking chocolate or graphite, you're putting it into the socket, you're putting it into the socket, following it. What's that shape? Well, it's the shape of like a little rainbow, like a little semicircle. That's what you're doing with a touch of a lift at the outside. Take a clean applicator, blend it out. Go back and forth if you want. At the outside, you're bringing it up, and you're bringing it up, and you're bringing it up like that. Dip, put a little bit more on there, and you're going to come close to the lashes, and smudge it out. Do you see how much drama we're getting with this? A lot more drama. Remember, the lights are low, so you want your face to stand out. Ah, that is so beautiful. Now, the next thing that we're going to do for that elegant look is we're going to take classic black. This is for cool or warm. All of you can do this, but of course only if you want to be outstandingly dramatic. And we're going to take this pencil. Before we used charcoal gray and we used walnut. This time we're going to use classic black because it gives lots of focus, lots of drama. So don't press hard. Just give it a soft touch. Look at my nose. Remember our V at the outside. I'm going to do that first. We're going to do our little dots as we come in. Our V at the outside, V at the outside. I'm going to bring it up and in, and come, watch this. I'm just going to bring it in. Notice how I make little dashy marks. Little dashes, little dashes, little dashes. Keeping it bigger and more important at the outside. Then take your little smudgy edge. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? And blend. Yes, yes. I want you to look up first. Let's blend underneath first. And when you're blending, push it up into the lashes. Don't blend it to blend it flat or down, but take it and blend it up into the lash bed, because this focus is really to give the lashes a darker base. And look at my nose, and then smudge and blend. Push it up at the outside, push it up at the outside so the eye doesn't fall or drop. Bring it up, bring it up. Look over that. Okay, I'm gonna come and look up for me. And I'm making the V to start with. I'm going to make the little dots as I come in, as I told you before. And this is how I'm using the classic black. Look down, and I'm going to bring this in, and I'm making it thinner as it comes in. And see how much heavier it is at the outside. This is also a great trick for elegance. When you make it heavier at the outside, it gives a more finished look at the edge of the eye. And when you blend it up and in, up and in, up and in, up and in. And blend that pencil right into the bed of the lashes. Our soft sticks are so terrific because they really work into the lashes, and they smudge beautifully without, you know, pushing and tugging at your eye. And then look up and smudge the line, smudge the line. Whoa, aren't those incredible nighttime eyes? Well, they're good anytime, but particularly good for that elegant evening look. Now we need to address the mouth, and we want the mouth to be a little bit stronger. It could be brighter, could be deeper, but it needs to be stronger for night. So I'm going to have Deborah remove the lipstick that she has on now, and we'll put a brighter one on. Another thing that you can do at night to give a little bit more punch is add a little bit more of the blush that you used for daytime, as well as adding more mascara. Now, when you do add more things, I still want you to blend. Just because you're adding more for night doesn't mean you can get away with clumps and bumps and things like that. So put it on, blend it out. Okay, as you see with the lipstick off, there's like a little ring, a little old ring from the old color. So take a little bit of your foundation or the concealer stick if you like, and just go around the edge of the mouth. That blocks out any of the old fuzzy lipstick, and just smudge it out like that. Now, for you cools, what I want you to do is I want you to use the Scarlet pencil, and I want you to use Tango lipstick. Those are great for night. And for you warms, stick with the russet and Egyptian red. Oh, I love Egyptian red. That's the one that I wear at night. All right, so I'm gonna fill in first. Now, your pencil can be a little bit stronger if you want. I like a little bit heavier, more prominent line at night, but only if you're comfortable with it. Don't do it if you're not comfortable. You know what else you can do with the soft sticks for lips? Is that you can use them as lipstick. Yeah, you can fill in the whole mouth. You don't even need to just do the line. You can fill in the whole mouth. And that's a terrific matte look if you want to do that. Also, a lot of women like to draw the line, and I like to do this sometimes too. Draw the line and then take your lip brush and smudge the lip pencil color into the mouth. That way it won't be quite as strong and gives us a soft look. Now, I'm taking Tango. Isn't that a perfect name for a lipstick for night? Tango? They used to say that Valentino thought that you could tango better if you tangoed on tiles. Interesting. So I'm filling in now with the Tango. Oh, this looks very pretty. And it's great for night. Remember, when the eyes are more dramatic, you really need to balance out those dramatic eyes with a strong mouth. If not, everything ends up on the top of the face and nothing down on the lower half. Whoa, are those night lips or what? And look how that lip balances out that dramatic eye. I just love this. She's ready to go out on the town now. Wow. Wasn't that easy? Do you think it was too easy? Remember, before you start any of these 3 looks that I just showed you, you're gonna do 3 things. You're gonna cleanse, you're gonna tone, and you're gonna moisturize. And you're gonna pick your skincare system depending on what type skin you have. Let's go back to the beginning. All you need for your casual look are 5 items, and it's only gonna take you 2 or 3 minutes to put them on. You're gonna look fresh and natural from morning to afternoon. For your career look, you're going to look professional with only 10 products on. Only 10. And you're going to have that approachable look, which is really important when you're doing business. And at night, guess what? You're only going to be adding 1 new product and 3 new shades, and you're going to look fabulous. You're going to look fabulous fast. It's so easy to create these terrific looks with Artistry products. And all you have to do now is check off those items that you want to have and hand the form in to your distributor. I wish you the very best in beauty. And I know that I'm going to see you soon again in Artistry Straight Talk. Bye.